And welcome back to another video. This is Crypto Coins, and in this video we're going to go over Astroport, the new protocol from the Terra Luna ecosystem. I've been very interested in having some exposure to Luna and the Terra Luna ecosystem, and I decided I'm going to start by providing some liquidity here for Astroport and partake in this lock drop. In this video, we're going to go over everything you need to know about the lock drop and the incentives of being part of this protocol. And also, there's only a few more days left. I believe there's 4 days left for you to participate in phase 1. And there's 3 phases. But if you miss phase 1, you'll still be able to participate in phase 2. So we're going to go over all the details. This is a great video with a lot of great information of the whole process. Let's get right to it. I'm at the Astroport website, and let's go over it. And then we'll go over my position. And it reads here: help launch Astroport and get Astro tokens. The journey to Astroport starts now, and we want you to get on board. Your courage will be rewarded with Astroport governance tokens and power over the fate of the ship. Our voyage is separated into 3 different phases. Join below or fly here to learn more about Astroport. And these are the 3 phases. Phase number 1, this is the phase we're in. This phase opened up on December 13th. Right now is December 16th, so it's been 3 days, and this is today. And in phase 1, you can participate on the lock drop. Deposit and lock your TerraSwap liquidity pool LP tokens on Astroport and get rewarded with Astro governance tokens. Here's how it works. You can lock up your TerraSwap LP tokens for a fixed duration. In exchange, you are dropped or rewarded with Astro tokens when phase 1 ends. See timeline above. The more LP tokens and the longer you lock them, the more Astro you will receive. In addition to the initial Astro distribution, anyone who locks liquidity on Astroport will also accrue trading fees. Ongoing Astro emissions and dual rewards were supported. So the way it works is you need to create a liquidity pair. We'll go over the liquidity pairs after I read phase 2, and you get rewarded for locking up your liquidity pair with Astro tokens. That's going to be the native token for this protocol. And you're going to have the ability to lock it for 1 week or 52 weeks, which is 1 year. And depending how much liquidity you provide and how much time you want to provide it and lock it up for, that's going to determine how much Astro they will incentivize you with. There's different ways you're going to be able to play it based on your budget and your risk tolerance. So let's go to phase 2, and then we'll go to the polls and see how that works. So phase 2, the Astro UST bootstrapping pool. Lock Astro and or UST in the Astro UST bootstrapping pool to earn the following incentives: an additional one-time reward in Astro tokens, which will be transferable upon launch. Ongoing pool fees from the Astro UST pool after launch. Ongoing Astro pool incentives. Phase 1 participants can lock their Astro in phase 2. Other participants can pre-claim Astro from the airdrop to join phase 2. All liquidity provided to the Astro UST pool will unlock linearly over 3 months. When phase 2 ends, Astroport launches and unlocked Astro tokens will be fully transferable. So on phase 2, the Astro token is going to be available. And for those who locked on phase 1 is going to get rewarded with the Astro tokens. And although you have your liquidity locked up for the set amount of time that you will determine, you will immediately get your Astro tokens in phase 2. And now you can create a secondary liquidity pool with Astro UST, which is the native Terra Luna ecosystem stablecoin that equals $1. You'll be able to accrue further rewards. So phase 1, you provide liquidity, and then you earn Astro tokens, which you'll get paid by phase 2. And then in phase 2, you get Astro tokens and provide more liquidity for that pool. And you're providing liquidity if you partake in both of these phases in the Terra Luna ecosystem, and then in the second phase, Terra Luna and the Astroport protocol. So it's getting rewarded if you partake in all these 2 phases. In addition, if you didn't participate in the lockup phase, you'll be able to buy Astro tokens and create liquidity pools. So if you miss phase 1, no problem. You can still partake in phase 2. And phase 3 launches on December 27th. Phase 2 starts December 20th. So this is the way it works. So let's go see my position and see what I'm doing. So this morning, it was the first time that I started a Luna wallet and got involved with the ecosystem. I feel like I'm a little late. The Terra Luna ecosystem was being noticed earlier this year, and a lot of people got in. And we are having a slight pullback, so it's not too bad. This is still a way to participate and also get incentivized. This is the first time I do a lock drop and liquidity pool tokens. So it's going to be a new experience for me. And these are the kind of things that I'm exploring aside from the DAO projects. I'm going down the rabbit hole. Phase 1 ends here in 4 days. They have a timer when you go to their website. And my current liquidity added that I have locked up is $500. And for those $500, for the time that I locked it up, my estimated rewards is about 57 Astro tokens. And if we go down below, it shows my locked Astroport liquidity. It shows my pair. And then it shows the liquidity pools in which you can partake. So these are the liquidity pools for phase 1. And they're organized from the most incentivized pools to the least. So the top pool here is Luna UST, which is Terra Luna, and the Terra Luna stablecoin, which equals $1. This one will give you the most incentives and Astro allocated rewards. The second one is B Luna dash Luna LP token, which is a little bit more stable to one another, so less impermanent losses there. And it's the second token, so this one's also a good token. And you can see the other pairs, so on and so forth. So I went with the first one. I wanted to get the most rewards, and I provided Luna UST. So my strategy, this is my position. My strategy, I'm allocating $1,000 to this position. And since there's 2 phases, my first phase is that I provided a liquidity pool token here for Luna UST, and that's what I'm providing for phase 1. My locked liquidity is 14.26, and that's worth $500 right now, $505. Estimated rewards is here at 57. Now at the end of phase 1, I'm gonna get my Astro tokens, and for phase 2, I'm gonna invest another $500 and provide liquidity for the Astro token UST pair. So that's how I'm splitting up my budget for this project. I was gonna initially come in here with $1,000 for phase 1, but I'm gonna split it. The phase 1 gets locked, and for phase 2, I'm gonna have that flexibility not to lock it up. So phase 1 is locked, phase 2 it's not. So that's what I will be doing to partake on this Astroport protocol, and this is how I'm exposing myself to the Terra Luna ecosystem. Okay, I want to partake. How do I do this? Where do I start? I'm not part of the Terra Luna ecosystem, and I don't have a wallet. What do we need to do first? So let's go, and I'll show you step by step how to get involved. First, you need to go to TerraStation website, terrastation.money, and create a wallet. And once you create the wallet, this is a dashboard. If you do this on your phone, it won't show any tokens. You have to add tokens. And if you type in here Luna will not appear, only B Luna. And if you type in UST will not appear, only AUST. Right now, I'm on their website and it is showing me these native tokens. The reason why you can't add those tokens, because these are the native tokens and those don't have to be added into the wallet. So the moment you transfer these tokens into your wallet, they will automatically appear. Even though I have 0 here, it's showing that I have Terra Luna on the website. I know that on the phone when I did it, it wasn't showing me these tokens when I didn't have them. So not to worry, they're native tokens and they will appear once you transfer over the token to your wallet. You will have access to them. Those are the little nuances that we run into that drives everybody crazy. So that's one of them. So once you create your wallet, how do we buy the Luna? You can either buy Luna or UST. Either one pays for gas fees. You can use either native token. So what you want to do first is buy Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin in any exchange that you have access to. Once you buy Bitcoin, come here to KuCoin, and this is where we're going to swap your Bitcoin to UST. We're going to go for UST, the Terra Luna stablecoin instead of Luna token, because it's less fees to transfer that out from KuCoin into your wallet. So I went with UST. Once you go to KuCoin, you enter the exchange, you transfer your Bitcoin into your KuCoin account, and there is a BTC UST pair here where you can immediately sell your BTC for UST. So fairly easy, one step. So then next, you wanna send your UST to your TerraStation wallet. So you copy your wallet's address and you send it over. And this is the part where I was trying to add the UST token into my wallet and it wasn't letting me to. I was doing it on my phone and I would only see a UST. So I did further research, I read up on it. And the moment that you transfer that over, the UST will appear in your wallet and everything will be okay. Now that you have the UST in your wallet, TerraSwap is the swap exchange for the Terra Luna ecosystem. Now what you want to do is you want to be a liquidity provider. And the way that you do that is first, you need to have equal portion amounts of whichever liquidity pool token pair you will be providing. For example, I transferred about $530 over of UST from KuCoin into my Terra Luna wallet. I transferred a little bit over $500. I wanted to provide the UST Luna liquidity pair token. So what I did is you first go here and go to swap, and I provided my UST. I knew that I wanted to provide $500 worth of liquidity. So then I clicked here to the Luna token and I put here that I was going to provide $250 of UST to get Luna. Once you do that, you connect your wallet, you swap it, then you'll be left with $250 of UST and 3.71 Luna. Now that you have equal amounts to create a liquidity pair, you could go to provide. So then we're here. Once we come to the screen, I select Luna and I press max, which was somewhere around 3.17 Luna or 3.71 Luna. I provided the max amount of Luna. Then I provided UST, and it gave me the max amount to have equal portions of Luna and UST for me to create this liquidity pair. So I made sure that I had more UST to cover the Luna. That way you don't have to do the math. So you provide the one that you have less of, you put max, and then I'll input the balance necessary to cover that token. And once you have equal amounts, you click here once your wallet is connected, and you approve the transaction and you create a liquidity pair token. The fees for all these transactions on the Terra Luna network is somewhere around 50 cents, I believe. So each transaction, you're going to spend a few cents. So that's another reason why I have a little bit left over of UST in my account. So now you have a liquidity pair token. One thing that I noticed was that the liquidity pair token wasn't showing up on my wallet. So at least not on my phone. So I'm not sure. I don't think they show up on your wallet. You're gonna have to know what pairs you have. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, down below. If you guys know a workaround, or if the liquidity pair token does show up, let me know how to do that. Comments down below. That would be grateful for the community. But I couldn't see my token when I did it. So I was scratching my head. So that was another nuance that I ran into. You will most likely not see your liquidity pair. If you saw the confirmations in the transactions being approved, that means you have the liquidity pair token. If you see your balance is lower here, then you'll know that it took the money necessary to create that token. Now that you have the token, we can go back to the Astroport website. And this is how you provide liquidity. And then we go down here and you press provide liquidity. When you press provide liquidity and you have the LP token, you will open a window that kind of looks like this. This is for me to unlock my token. But when you have the token, a window similar to this one will appear. It will tell you how many weeks you want to lock your liquidity pool token, and you'll have a slider. I think it's a minimum of 1 week and a maximum of 52 weeks. And depending how long you want to lock it up, you're going to receive more Astro. And you also are able to withdraw your liquidity pool token if you want your money back. So depositing and withdrawing is allowed for the first 5 days of phase 1. Deposits close at the end of day 5. On day 6, users can withdraw up to 50% of their deposits On day 7, the final day, the max withdrawable amount decreases linearly, starting at 50% and decreasing to 0% at the end of the phase. Beware, only one withdrawal can be made during the last 2 days after deposits are disabled. So you are able to withdraw, but there are some rules. Now, there's a second way you can also do this, assuming you didn't create a liquidity pair on TerraSwap. You go back here, you press provide liquidity, and then the TerraSwap window will appear. And you go to provide, and you do the same exact thing we did earlier. You provide equal amounts of tokens of whatever liquidity pair you want to provide. Approve the transactions. All these transactions, fees are around 50 cents, somewhere around there. And you'll be able to go back here, and that window will come out that looks like this. That will tell you how many weeks you want to lock up your liquidity pair. And as for my position, I locked it up until February 14th. I locked it up for 2 months. I wanted that flexibility to be able to withdraw my investment. And I hope by this time I can make a 100% return on my investment by providing liquidity here on phase 1. And I'm going to be providing liquidity for phase 2 as well. So total investment $1,000. I'm splitting it in half, 500, 500. And this is why I didn't lock it up for the whole year. Once I do make those returns, I'm going to take the risk off, and I'm going to stay invested for the rest of the position. I am bullish, and I'm happy that there's new opportunities here. What this protocol is doing is pretty revolutionary, and it is going to be the most, I believe it's the largest protocol for the Terra Luna ecosystem. I know I didn't go over what they're doing as much. This was more about how to partake in the lock drop and phase 1 and phase 2. But if you do want to read more about the kind of things that they're doing, you can go to their Medium website, which is here, and they provide a lot of updates and information about what they are doing for the ecosystem. Pretty cool stuff. And I'll make sure to leave links under the description of this video for all the things that I reference here today for you to read. And that's pretty much going to do it for this video. So if you found this information useful or helpful, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. I have plenty of new investing content opportunities coming up, and you don't want to miss them, just like this one. So there's only a few days left for this one, and I'm pretty stoked about it. I know the Terra Luna ecosystem was pretty hot earlier this year, and they had a nice run. I missed that first wave, and I'm glad there's a bit of a pullback right now in the markets and new opportunities. Totally stoked about this one. So that's going to do it. Support this channel. Links under the description of this channel. We have Patreon, Discord links, and that's going to do it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.